Hey YouTubers and gamers, and I'm back. It's been another month and another month of pickups, but before I get started with pickups, let's do the game. Alright, name the game. I always do this in my videos. What I've done is taken the two words of a game and changed it to something very similar. So this week we've got, or this month rather, we've got Spade Day. So substitute those words for something that's very similar and you'll get the name of the game. Okay? So it's probably an easy one, but I'll have a go anyway, and leave your answers in the comments below, and as always leave comments and likes and subscribes or whatever else. Okay? Alright, two pickups. Let's do the accessories. I've got a few controllers actually. As we all know, PlayStation or Sony have brought out a special 500 million commemorative type console, and it's a beautiful console. And if I had to spare £500 or £600 and could have ordered one, I would have done. But I simply don't have the money. I don't really have space, but certainly don't have the money, and you can't get one cheap these days anyway, even if you wanted one. But I was able to pick up the controller from Smith's. I think it's about, I can't remember, it was exactly £50 or £59, one of the two. It's it's like a clear dark blue, midnight blue type controller with like sort of copper gold emblem on the PlayStation button. I'm keeping this all box. I'm not using this. This is just for a collection. There's a headset as well, which I've pre-ordered on Amazon, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to go ahead and order that or not, because I do have a 20th anniversary headset already. So really I don't need another headset, but I don't know, we'll see. But with these consoles, I mean Sony are bringing out so many special PS4 consoles, aren't they? I mean, I like to get the Uncharted one. It's a lovely new Spider-Man on the PS4 Pro and also Slim. So there are so many nice consoles out there, but it's just having a space to have them all. Really, it's just it gets difficult, doesn't it? So I've already got quite a few exclusives already. I've got the Battlefront ones, and there's a nice God of War one, but I haven't got that. I just got the controller for that, and I've got like the Destiny ones, Destiny 1, and obviously a standard PS4 which I use, the launch PS4 which I use for day-to-day things, and a nice Gran Turismo one. But anyway, it's nice to have a choice, but Sony are bringing out a lot of them, which is unusual, because last generation Microsoft was bringing out tons of Xbox 360 exclusives. With the Xbox One, they haven't done that many, and I'm sort of holding off from getting the X1 X, is that what it's called? The Super Duper Xbox One? I'm holding off from getting that because they'll probably release a special one for the next Halo game, so I'll probably hold off until that. But anyway, I'll digress a bit. Controllers. I've got a few nice Switch controllers. This is a special Metroid one. Look at that. The box it comes in is really designed for collectors too. It shows off the controller lovely. It's really good for presentation purposes. I've got this from Argos, normal retail price, Power A. Again, just because fan of Metroid, that's why I got this more than anything else really. And I also got the Crash Bandicoot one as well, which is different art style, but still quite attractive all the same. I love Crash, so that's why I got that more than anything else really. While we're on accessories for the Switch, I also got this Legend of Zelda display stand for the screen. So basically, if you want to use the screen like a little mini arcade type screen, you can hold it that way. There's lots of arcade type stands for the Switch. But this is like a travel one, a lightweight one, and I got this off at eBay for only £6, including shipping, which is really cheap. I think normally it's double that the normal retail price for that, so not bad for a Switch collection. Okay, one more accessory, accessory end game. It's for PS4 VR aim controller edition of Firewall 0 Hour. I got this off Amazon for retail. I got all of these controller variants that come with the games, all the VR games. I'm collecting them all. Because I'm going for a whole VR set. I had to get this as well. Some people say I think it's like something like an online multiplayer. There's no single player story mode, I think, with this. But I'll give it a go all the same. But yeah, glad to have that. Might as well stick with a PS4 while we're here. Okay. I'm not sure if this has got mixed up or if I showed this a previous pickup for you or not, but it's Firefighters the Simulator. I'm not sure if I've shown that before. I don't think so. Yeah. I think this is one of those PS4 games that will be uncommon. Whether it's going to be rare or valuable in the future is hard to say, but it's an interesting type premise, doing firefighting simulation in the game, so a worthy pickup all the same. Okay. Also have got this for second hand for about 15 quid from Cash Converters. Gundam Versus. Got this for dirt cheap, £6. Formula 1 2017, a sort of special slipcase edition. Easily go for double that price does. Another VR game. Got this for about 15 quid from Argos with Persistence. From Amazon, got Yakuza 2 Kiwami, my Steelbook edition, again for retail. Got this off eBay for about 17 quid. The Secret of Mana, all new. A lot of people don't rate this game, but I don't know if that's just, SNES snobbery or what, but I'm going to probably end up playing this as opposed to a SNES version anyway. Alright, I've got a special Steelbox edition of Shining Resonance Reframe. There is a Steelbox edition of this for the Switch, which I think it's like a German release, so I'll probably just stick to a standard UK Switch release for this, because I'd like to get this on the portable as well, so I will get this game on the Switch too, but any game of the Shining series got to pick up. A PlayAsia exclusive, Condo. I can't remember the second word of this game, Condo. I need to look it up. But this game is a bullet hell shooter. The game is inspired by Korean mythology of like certain monsters, and these monsters end up being your bosses. And I think it's about 5 levels or whatever, so it's 5 monsters. And the first monster or boss you come across is probably the most explicitly obscene. Yeah, just check on eBay some playthroughs of this game to see what I mean. It's quite explicit. You basically see it when this boss battle starts. As you get halfway through defeating her, you get to see all the bits, and it's pretty obscene, really. Yeah, I was playing this, and it just happened. I wasn't really expecting this, and my wife and daughter was in the room at the same time, and they said, "Ugh, what's that?" And I said, "Oh God, that's not a very nice thing to have on a video game." So yeah, I can't say I rate this game that high because of it. Really, it's not really my taste in terms of gore. I don't mind horror games, but this, when you mix gore, horror and sex all together, I don't think it's a good combination for gaming myself, really. But anyway, that's my opinion. But I do like bullet hell, so that's the main reason. A bullet hell game, so that's one reason to have it, and it's limited edition from PlayAsia. Right, this other game. This is like Bullet Girls Fantasia. So you could argue this, it has got these sexy Japanese girls and so forth. So that's mixing sexiness in a good way, I think, with games. It's more innocent and playful, and I mean, nothing obscure about this. The previous two Bullet Girls games were on the Vita, and they were Japanese exclusives, I think. So I had to get the Vita edition on this game as well, so I've got all 3 Bullet Girl games now, really. So basically it's just like schoolgirls going around with machine guns, and as you attack each other, your costumes become destroyed or whatever. So a little bit pervy maybe, but still it's only a video game at the end of the day. And if anyone gets turned on by that, they're pretty... I mean, if you compare what else you can see on the internet, it's nothing really to be worried about. Okay, so that's all the PS4 games, and one Vita game. Might as well turn to a Switch. I can't remember if I showed this in the previous pickup video or not. I've come across it with us, I haven't sorted out for today, but anyway, I got the Day 1 edition of Shantae on the Switch. Shantae Half Junior Hero Ultimate Edition. I might have already shown it, I can't remember, but I thought I would show it just in case I hadn't. Same with Wonder Boy with Dragon's Trap. These other games I'm pretty sure I haven't shown. So I've got Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Lego World, again all the Lego games for the Switch as well. And this game I'm really pleased to get from Limited Run Games. It is... it's like, it's basically inspired by Metal Slug, or that other similar game that's on the Neo Geo, what's it called? Shock Troopers. So it's like Shock Troopers and Metal Slug it is. And it's Mercenary Kings. This limited run game comes with a collector's card, but also there's actually a comic book inside this little box, so it's really cool. I'm just pleased to have got that, because this is one game that's going to be going up in money. It's going to have to be, because it's, it's the only way of getting this game on a physical edition. So Mercenary Kings, I'm just so pleased to have that. One PS3 game to show, nothing special, The X Factor. Yeah, I've seen this all the time, but it's 50p, and I thought, well, it might be a European exclusive for my PS3 collection, which is quite large. I thought I might as well. So it's shovelware, I'm afraid. Okay, I've got one PS1 game. This is MTV Sport Snowboarding. There's a few MTV Sports games. I've got 1 or 2 other ones, but I can't remember what they are, what sports they are. But this is a snowboarding one. Again, this was only like £1.50 complete from Cash Converters, so I thought, why not? This game, I'll be honest, I haven't didn't know it existed actually. It's Spores Island 3D on a 3DS. I do have the Spores Island games for the Wii, and they're quite good. They obviously developed by Hudson. So it's one of those games that you'll probably think, oh, it's just shovelware, but these are actually good, fun little sport type games. Okay, this other game I got from CEX. It's about £28 or something. It's a game I don't see that often, and that's why I picked it up. It's all complete. It is Akami Den. Now, Akami is obviously a very good game, and it's been ported to PS4 now. Obviously, it came out originally for the PS2. I don't know if it was a GameCube port or not, but there's something on the PS2. This game on the DS, it's highly sought after, and it's not common, definitely not common. And that's why, I paid as much as 28 quid for it, because it can go for a bit more than that, so it's a really good game to pick up if you see it. It's probably cheap in the States, but it certainly keeps the money in Europe. Okay, let's turn to the PS2 while we're here. MX 2002 featuring Ricky Carmichael, a motocross type game. These are tend to be simple and fun. They're cheap, about £1. So this one is a more of a it's sort of motocross with extreme stunts thrown in. So it's freak style. It's been on my want list for a while. It's not a common game. It doesn't worth much. It's only about £3, but it's one of, you know, it looks fun to play. This game, again, I've seen many times and turned down many times, but I saw it again for 50p, and I thought, oh, we never know. It may have some kind of appeal in the future. So it's Shovelware. It's Brittany's dance beat. So Brittany, she's definitely lost her sex appeal, hasn't she? An example of someone not growing old gracefully. But anyway, never mind. I can't talk exactly, can I? Okay, yeah, a Guitar Hero game, Metallica. I collected the Guitar Hero games for PS3 and PS2, and I'm trying to pick them all up. And some of these games do keep their value. I think that's about £5 or £6 with CEX. This game I've got on the GameCube, but I've been wanting to have it on the PS2. Again, it's not worth much. It's called Red Card, same game, different rules. Now you see what that guy's doing. He's just whopping him in his tool bag, so to speak. Yeah, basically it's a football game or soccer game whereby you have additional attacks, literally attacks. So it's a game that encourages fouling and stuff. So interesting concept. Again, there's not a lot of money. I think it's about £2. Right, this game I got for, I think it's about £14. It can easily go for almost double that. The first game is rare enough, but this game, the sequel, is even rarer, and it is Obscure 2. So it's like one of those Japanese inspired spooky ghost games on the PS2, but this is definitely one that keeps its money. I do also have this on the Wii, and that's a lot cheaper, but the PS2 one's the one to own if possible. Okay, this is ESPN X Games Skateboarding. Again, it's a Konami extreme sports skateboarding type game. Again, it was about £1, but it being Konami and skateboarding, I thought it must be worth £1 at least. And I'm a bit of a sucker for Konami games, so when I see them. Alright, these other games, you know, if you're not interested, it'll be shovelware, and but I do like them. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. I can't sing. I will break glass if I sing. So but I do enjoy it, and so mostly I sing to myself in the car because no one can be damaged by my lack of singing skills. But I do like the singing games as well, even though I always score badly and I'm absolutely terrible. So I just try to sing with a funny voice when I tend to do those in front of people. But anyway, so I got quite a lot of the Singstar games back in the day, back in the 90s, which were ones that I had all my favourite songs with. But there's a few others out there, and so I've decided just to get all of them while they're dirt cheap. So there's Singstar Pop Hits, Pop World, 80s, ABBA. This actually came out on the PS3, and I do have a PSP version which is more common, but it did come out on PS2 as well. And boy bands versus girl bands, which has a lot of British bands. So that's what you will find with the Singstar series, is that they are region based. So the ones in Europe will often have very different bands to the English ones. I'm not sure if Singstar was big in America or not, but again, you probably had different bands and so forth. So again, it's something else for a PS2 collection, and again, they were cheap. They're between 50p and £1.50, so depending on the title. Alright, more interesting PS2 games to show you now. A tactics game, Future Tactics. It's unusual graphics. I think one YouTuber picked us up on that original Xbox and was showing footage of that, and I thought, oh. That's an interesting game. I think I might pick it up. I got it off for about £5 off eBay, so not expensive. Right, these next 3 are Japanese exclusives. So we've got Vampire Darkstalkers collection. So this is obviously a collection of I think this is I think it's about 4 games on here of Darkstalkers. Or Deathstalkers, I think it's all called. Or I know this one was called Vampire Darkstalkers collection, but it's all Capcom fighters, based on the sort of horror type theme, and there's like vampires and mummies and Frankensteins and all sorts. You see the characters on the Marvel vs Capcom games often. Okay, this other game is like third person perspective, flying space type shooter, a bit like Zone of Enders sort of thing. It's Chain Dive. This one's already picking up in price, but it's including shipping from Japan for 20 quid. But it's one of those games that are already picking up in price. So if you're interested in collecting import PS2 games from Japan, don't assume that they'll be cheap forever, because they won't be. There's another one, Macross with Super Dimension Fortress. Again, nice to have another Macross PS2 game. This one wasn't too much though. This one's under a tenner, I think, including shipping, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, some Japanese PS2 games are getting silly money now, but most are still cheap. But it all depends which ones you go for, of course. Okay, last but not least, got a couple of Xbox One games cheap. I think this is about a tenner. Forza 7 right across. Again, Xbox One exclusive. We can't go wrong with Forza. This game I already had on the PS4, but I saw it for £7 on Xbox One, and I thought that game is going to keep its money, and it's going to probably go up in value at some point. And it's Back to the Future, a Telltale game. So yeah, it wasn't a lot of money, so I thought I'd have it for that platform too. I got a Sega Master System game. I'm pretty much complete with my Master System games. There's one more game I want. Is it Ghost House or something it's called? Or Ghost Patrol, something like that it's called, like that. But apart from that, I was interested in getting this one, Sonic Chaos. This was all complete with a manual and cart, obviously, and it was £7 plus another £2 shipping off eBay, so cheap as chips. Okay, there are a few. I thought I was pretty much finished with my Saturn collection, and I'm 99% complete. I decided there are a few other little ones I want to get, mostly imports from Japan. But there was a couple still in Europe which I wanted, which are cheap, and this is one of them. It's called A Mock. It's like a mech type game where you control a biped mech, a bit like the old ATST walkers and Star Wars type thing, but this one can also go underwater. And you just go around, obviously shooting things. So, and it's got good reviews. So I think that game was about £10, including shipping off eBay. So it wasn't a lot of money. Okay, this game I got as a professionally made reproduction. It's got a proper printed disc, printed insert, and casing just right. They even done a proper Japanese end label type thing for it, and it is cotton Boomerang. Okay. Yeah. As you know, the cotton games are extremely expensive, and this one in particular is about £200 or £300 on if you were to get a proper Japanese edition. But I'm quite happy to have a reproduction. There's from a particular seller in America, I can't remember their names now. But including shipping, it was about 30 quid to England. It would have been half that if it was in the States, but obviously I know I live in England, so you would pay more for shipping, unfortunately. But it's just nice to have a really good quality reproduction game. And I do have both a Japanese Saturn and my a modded Saturn, so I can easily play this this shooter. So I'm really pleased to have that one for the collection. Okay, guys, that's it for this past month. Hope you've found it interesting. There's as always, there's a bit of a variety there, and what games am I playing at the moment? If you're interested, I'm in playing through Destiny. Actually, I've finished the Destiny 1 and all its expansions that are Taken King and stuff, and I've just started Destiny 2. So, so for anyone out there, if you love Halo and you like the sort of I don't know, open world playing elements as well, going around and building up your characters and so forth, then Destiny is a wonderful games to get into. They can take up a lot of your time, but they are good fun, I might add. And even my daughter, she's really into Fortnite at the moment, and I got her to play a bit of Destiny, and she realised, you know, how similar the two games were in terms of being shooters and stuff, and so it's really tuning up her shooting skills, really. Both are. So she's becoming a real gamer, I like to add. I've not personally got into Fortnite so much, because I know there's a building mechanics. I'm not really interested in that, but you have to have that in terms of defence, so you play Fortnite, so I'm not really got into that. But saying that, my daughter's loving it. I know it's costing me money because she wants all the skins and everything, but let's not go down there. I give her a strict budget of 20 quid a month, and that's it on stuff for Fortnite, but still it's too much. But anyway, she loves it, and so we get our money's worth. She must put in about 10 hours every week at least on the game, so she's enjoying it. But anyway, I digress. That's it, guys. As before, please like and subscribe if not already, and leave comments. Have a go at the game, you know, Spade Day, to see if we can guess what game it is. And always take care and see you next time. Bye.